Gentlemen, it's your best friend, my son. You tune in to homegrownradio.net 24/7 streaming. Tune in to the motherfucking greatest. I love y'all people.
For the folks that aren't familiar with Mod Summon, give us a brief introduction of who you are, where you from, and all that rundown.
Okay,
bro.
wonderful. My name is Mod Sun. It stands for Movement on Dreams, Stand Under None. So
say it one more time.
MODSUN, Movement on Dreams, Stand Under None.
How did you come up with that?
I've been doing this for like 10 years. What that name means to me is like this whole time, up until this new album, I've pretty much stuck consistently to a message with every song, which is just like what I say, like, how you feeling today? This is the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Make sure to look at the upside of everything. So that's what I've been doing in this. And I'm from Minnesota, and I've lived in Cali for like 3 years now.
Wow.
And I work with a label called Rostrum Records.
Shout out to Rostrum, man.
Really shout out to Rostrum. I'm so happy to rep someone finally.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. I've been doing this by myself for a very long time.
Right.
Like,
You have to have a point where you hit a bottom, you hit a low, and I think it's important that people understand how you get past that.
I think it's important that people don't look at comfort as an aspect of life that's important, right? Comfort will stop you from chasing things that you should chase. And I was speaking of earlier, I used to be in a rock band when I was younger, a very successful rock band, on tour, in tour buses, album in stores, and I was playing drums. And I was like, I don't want to play drums anymore.
Wow.
And it was super scary to be like, okay, I got to quit and go back to zero. And furthermore, I'm going to go be this fucking hippie dude and rap?
Yeah.
That's like scary as fuck. But the first thing I did, I realized in my head, due to things like the law of attraction, look that up,
Hell
people,
yeah.
and
Straight
The
up.
Secret, and
Yeah.
all those things, okay?
Yeah.
And no matter how you think about those, it boils down to this. The universe is unbiased, okay? If you get a parking ticket and you get out of your car and you say, I hate parking tickets, I never want to get a parking ticket again, all you did was tell the universe one
I want
thing.
some more.
Parking ticket.
Exactly.
You said parking ticket.
Yeah.
Like, you focus on what you don't want and you're going to get that.
Yeah.
So I knew when I did that and quit my rock band to go to zero, back to nothing, I went out and the first thing I did is I was like, all right, I'm going to build up an army of people that aren't like trying to necessarily support me or buy my product, but they're going to look at me and be like, that dude's having a great time. Why am I not having that?
Yeah.
So I went out and I bought this little lowrider bike, right? And I went and I biked up the busiest street in my city every day, up and down.
Minnesota, you said?
Up in Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
Went up and down this street. And all these people are coming home from work and they're looking at me. And these people are coming home from a job and I got no money, nothing. I'm on my bike listening to music just like, yeah, love it,
Having a
life.
good time,
and they're
yeah.
all looking at me going, man, that person's having a great time.
No matter what's
and
going on.
it influences them and that it all just clicked. It was like, yo, like you can really like, every person you meet is either working for you or against you. You walk into a gas station, dude says, how you doing? And you say, fuck off.
Right.
That dude's going to send you bad vibes, whether you think so or not.
Right.
He's going to go, that dude sucks. And that's going to come right down to you. You walk in and you say, this is the best day of my life. How you doing? He's like, why is this the best day of your life?
Yeah.
Like, I woke up. He goes, damn. Oh, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to, like I said, not have to rely on talent. You can rely on those things to take you where you're meant to be. And then with your, desire, you might turn into something like with mine, where I was like caterpillar to butterfly, man. I'm fucking beautiful in my form now. Like, I wasn't, though. This shit was not very good. Like, listen to me. My first songs are out there on the internet, and they're not very good. But
So what made you want to transition from rock to
that's
hippie,
nice.
hipster hop is what you like to call it?
my change was like I was speaking with my hands and my feet, and that only allowed me to do so much. Like, I really have something to say, and I enjoy the fact that, like, I've stuck to something. Like, the message I'm saying now, believe in yourself and think about what you want. Like, that was me at 21 with nothing in my mom's garage, broke as hell, no job.
Right.
And now I'm here saying the same message, okay? Like, that's why I really, really feel great about the fact you can Google me from 10 years ago. I still look like this, man. I'm not like some dude who's trying to fucking get your attention real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I've been working really hard. And I want to speak what I got to say because I feel like it's not being said enough.
Now, you said you produced your own music before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you
I do.
definitely
I still do.
produce-
I hit spacebar and walk up to the mic like
make
every
this happen.
time.
You-
So
Nice.
Producing, engineering, I
Yeah.
mean, all of that, and the
And a
painting
writer.
and a writer. So I mean, talk
Yeah.
about that as well. Like, how do you separate the three different components? Is it something that you do all together, or is it like, man, I got to take time to write, take
Yeah.
time to obviously create
Yo.
music, take time to paint?
I have a great answer for that because it all changed because of a YouTube comment.
Really?
Real shit. Like last year, someone hit me up on a YouTube comment and was like, yo, how do you do all this stuff and not lose focus from one? And I was like, holy shit, you're probably right. And I was like, I need to give everything to my music right now, and I got to hold off. So I haven't written anything or painted anything since I started making this music. Like, I've been in the studio planted. I enjoy those things. That's part of my personality. And a year ago today, like, I own a warehouse over across from the Van Nuys Airport.
Oh.
Giant warehouse. That's like the Andy Warhol factory that I go in there and lose my mind and paint and throw shit all over there. I haven't been there in like 6 months because I've been working on this. But it has been great to be a Renaissance man and a person that really enjoys to do multiple things. But I had to pump the brakes, man.
Right.
I had to pump the brakes and be like, okay, this is something I really care about. And at this point in my life, I have to give it all I have. I have to give it all I have. So I gave my music all I have. And I'm so glad that someone said that to me on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have been, you
Still
do a million things. And it's like, oh, man. But I own a publishing company. So instead of me writing books in this last year, we dropped a poetry book for Riff Raff.
Nice.
Called Neon Vibes.
Yeah, I did see that.
Incredible. I have a publishing company called Universe, Y-O, Universe. It's like universe. So creative. And we're about to drop a poetry book from Mike Posner, which is like incredible writing.
And I feel like that there's a dope lane for that too. So
we're putting literature in the hands of the young motherfuckers, and that hasn't been done yet, because you look at all these history books in school and they're filled with tears, and we're trying to change that. You know.
And what cities have shown you the most love? Obviously, hometown is Minnesota.
Minneapolis, obviously, and then Dallas, Texas, actually, is out there.
Now, do you kind of like not in your head, but do you try to study as to why that is, like why certain regions fuck with you more versus other?
I guess I explain it in like the terms of just like energy, which is something that's hard to define, but it's like you can feel energy in a city when they connect to you as opposed to not. Like you can just tell when you have a city that you know is going to come out, and whether the show is sold out or there's 10 people, it's going to be crazy. Yeah. Right? Yeah. There's those cities.
So what place has shown you the most love overseas?
Well, London now.
Uh-huh.
But my first tour as Mod Son was I toured Australia and New Zealand.
Fuck out of
And
here.
Australia's
another one
Australia, too. I still haven't gone back yet since then,
Oh,
like 8 years ago. And they still blow me up every day, like, come back to Australia.
Yeah.
So that's been like one of the biggest impacts. And then when I was in New Zealand, dude, this is a crazy story my entire life, okay? I was in New Zealand, landed in Christchurch, New Zealand. The one time I've ever been there and will ever probably be there my whole life, possibly. I land there, play a show. We go and we're staying at a hostel, okay? In the middle of this city, across the street from the church that the whole city is built off of. And the biggest fucking earthquake.
Get the fuck out of here.
The third biggest earthquake in the last 10 years, 15 years or something like that, occurred while I was there. In the hostel at 4 a.m. Everyone else in the city is dead asleep. I was out partying in the city. We just ran around the city to cut someone's hose so we could make a bong. Okay? We're in the hotel at 4 a.m. and this place starts shaking. I'm like, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. And I'm look at this corner right here. See like that? Yeah. I see it split in half, and I'm looking outside, and I'm like, dude, this is not a normal like shake. This is not a normal shake. So like, luckily we had someone from the city there who had experienced earthquakes happen there, and he pulled us like under the fucking thing, and then all of a sudden he's like, run, everybody run. So we run out, and I'm banging on the doors, banging on everyone's door. I was the first person out this hotel. Not that sounds cool. I should have been the last person out and try to help everyone. But anyways, it's the first person out this hotel. Okay. And I'm looking across the street as the bell on the church is literally going,
shit.
about to fall off. Every window in the city breaking.
What the
Every
fuck?
car alarm
Like
going off. It was Armageddon. A building literally 1 block away collapsing. Okay?
And you're witnessing all this shit.
Yeah. One of the only like people like witnessing it, eagle-eyed, dead center, and I was the exact center of the earthquake, which is the safest place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's one thing that you feel like at this point that you haven't disclosed in your music that you want to kind of touch on? You know, because
I finally did on this, but it was always religion.
It's always why is that?
I never talked about religion because I just didn't know how to speak about it.
Well, what's your status?
Well, in the song, what I talk about is that I talk about the moment where I decided I don't believe in God and I believe in myself. And then later in the song, I say, well, you know what, God, if you're real, right now I need some fucking help. So if you're real, show me some help. So it's like a vulnerable song about trying to find like what it is. So what my God is it's a sky, and I speak to the sky and I say what I want, and I look up to the sky and I say, yo, man, fucking help me out. I love life. I'm really happy. Yeah. I'm really happy. Every time before I fly on a flight, you know, people pray like that. Like I say, like health, wealth, success, and happiness. happiness. I'm so happy to be here. I love my life. Please let me land safe and let me do it again. That's praying, but I'm not going, hey, God, up there, like, please, show me your face.
So you don't believe in a higher power?
I don't believe in a face. I don't believe in a face. I don't have no face. I don't have no body for it.
But
I just
you do believe in
a
higher power.
Oh my God,
Okay.
it's undeniable.
So